Well, hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm back again today to give you part two. I know I came to you either Monday or Tuesday, I think, with part one. We're talking about tips to help you be successful in your personal life and professional life. So I promised you part two, and I'm back to give you that. Um, I'm going to start where I left off. Um, I talked about us not uh, doing what we need to do in order to be successful in life and in our daily life. And one thing I want to talk about is we become hostage to our behavior. We become a hostage to it. We become comfortable in it, and it becomes our prison. And we're bound to it. We can break free at any time, but we refuse to put forth the effort and the motivation to to do that. And and it made me think of um, like an elephant. They train a baby elephant in the zoo. They put a rope around its leg and they tie it to a little stake in the ground, and the elephant get used to that being around their leg, and they don't think they can uh, break free. But even when they grown and strong and big, they could snap that little rope like nothing. They even strong enough to pull the stake up out of the ground that holding them back, but they won't. They will only go as far as the rope will let them. And any kind of resistance, they will stop. They won't go any further. They won't try any harder. And that's the way people become when they get comfortable doing the same old thing, whether they're working or not. They they just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. And that is the definition of insanity. Repeating the same behavior, expecting different results. And you can't do that. If you keep doing the same thing, you're gonna keep getting the same results. And then it's even you could even say it's like a dog on a leash. We let people lead us around to wherever they want us to go. We don't try to do anything on our own. We won't try to venture out. We won't try to do anything. And that's sad. And we don't have to be that way. But that's the way we do. And sometimes we do the wrong thing for so long that somewhere in our minds it become right. Even though it's wrong, it becomes right. We think it's the right thing to do. And then when people try to teach us something new or point out a different way to do things, we get very resistant. And we may even get angry because they trying to show us something better to do and we don't want to do it because we become comfortable in doing wrong. And we think our way is the best way. And it's not. So no, we need somebody outside our comfort zone to point out to us what we're doing wrong and show us our error. Because if nobody shows us anything, then we can't change it because we don't think there's anything wrong. We think our behavior is right and it's wrong, and so you can't change anything if you don't think there is anything to change. Now, can you? That's just like um, an alcoholic or a drug addict. First, they have to they in denial, and they have to admit that they're wrong and what they're doing is wrong. They have to admit it first before they can try and attempt to do what is right. And that's the way we are. We don't think there's anything wrong with us. We don't think that that there's that we're doing something wrong. We think everybody else is wrong, and we wonder what's wrong with everybody else, and we're the one in the wrong. If that makes sense. And don't ever be afraid of the truth. If someone is trying to show you something in love, they're trying to show you in a proper way what you should be doing, then don't be afraid of the truth. Embrace the truth. Embrace it. And start working towards what is right or trying to learn what is right. Because life is short. Life is too short to go around in circles, the same old circle. Just like the children of Israel, they were disobedient. They didn't want to do what was right. So God had to make them wander in the desert for 40 years. They wandered around and around and around in the desert for 40 years. Isn't that sad? Because they refused to do the right way, the way he wanted them to do things. He made them wander around in the desert. And believe in yourself. Always believe in yourself. No matter what other people say or other people try to stop you or discourage you, believe in yourself. Because sometimes you have to be your own cheerleader. You have to go alone sometimes. And that's okay. That's okay. Because sometimes people can be like a crabs in a bucket. When one crab reach the top and get ready to climb out of the bucket, the other ones reach up and grab it and pull it back down. And that's the way people are. The people we associate with, that's in our comfort zone, that's not trying to do anything with their lives, not trying to go anywhere, not trying to be productive. They want to hold us back. And you tell them, I had this idea about this. They're gonna say, what, you? You 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 gonna do something? You can't do that. That's crazy. You're crazy. You can't do that. They're dream killers. They would kill your dream just to keep you down in the muck and mire with them. So they can feel good about themselves because we all doing the same thing. So, I don't have to I don't have to put forth any effort. We just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. Another tip. When you get up in the morning, if you don't have the burning desire in your heart to do something greater than you, or to have something, to strive towards something, then your goal is too small. If your goal don't put fire under your feet and make you want to go and be like David and kill that Goliath, then your goal is too small. It doesn't stretch you. It doesn't make you grow. Get big goals. Get big goals where you have to do something. Because have you ever heard that saying? The greater the risk, the greater the reward. And that's the way it is. If you're not willing to risk something, then you may not get anything. And so don't expect things to come to you. Don't expect people to come to you. if you're not willing to go out there and put everything on the line to get what you want, you got to eat, sleep, and drink your goals, your dreams. You have to have tunnel vision. All you see is your goal. All you see is yourself participating in that goal. You see yourself living in the home that you want. You see yourself vacationing where you want to be. You see yourself having all the things that you want. You don't you don't use the word one day and maybe and hopefully. Those words shouldn't be in your vocabulary. And words like can't should never be in your vocabulary. If you have not even tried to do anything, then you shouldn't say I can't do this. You haven't even tried. So how do you know what you can do? The word can't, hopefully, maybe, one day, in the by and by. No, those words should not be in your vocabulary. And sometimes that means getting new friends. That means sometimes staying away from people that not supportive of your dream and not encouraging you. I didn't say you had to hate them. I just said you have to stay away from them. And you got to stay away from negative self-talk. No, and we all been guilty of having negative self-talk. You know, you do something, you're so dumb, you're so stupid, you can't do nothing right. God, nobody ever gonna want you. I mean, we've all talked to ourselves like that. And you gotta stop that. You gotta tell yourself, I am somebody, I am loved, I am smart, I can do things. You know, and people are attracted to me. You know, you gotta see yourself. You gotta see yourself successful. You gotta see yourself driving the car you want to drive, going to the schools you want to go to, living in the neighborhood you want to. See yourself doing the job that you want to do. See yourself on the job. See yourself. In order to achieve it, you got to see it. You got to see it in your mind's eye. You got to see yourself doing it, and you got to talk to yourself because your brain doesn't know any better. It only knows what you put in it. And if you see images of yourself doing this and being that and going here and you know, then those things will start manifesting. You're gonna send out energy, and it's gonna draw people to you. People watch you. You may not think that people watch you, but they do. They watch you. They hear you. They're listening when you talk. They are aware of what is going on. You may think people are not paying attention to you, but they are. And and write have a daily to-do list. Put things on there that you can accomplish and try at the end of the day to be able to mark those things off. And if you can't mark everything off, don't worry about it. Go the next day, get up and work on them. Each day, have a list of things that you need to do. And don't make the list so long that it becomes overwhelming. Make it just long enough. Don't put more than 5 items on there. Don't have more than 5 items because if you don't get everything done today, that means tomorrow you got to get up and do something. And don't keep adding on to that list until you have accomplished those things that's on your list. And take an inventory of your life. Ever so often, take an inventory of your life. Okay, where am I? Make a mental note of where you started, and each day Every so often, you have an inventory and ask yourself, okay, where am I along this journey of reaching my goal? And if there's anything in there that you should stop doing, stop. If there's anything in there that you need to add, add. But a lot of times you got to get feedback before you know that, because when you're in the middle of everything, you can't see. You can't see. So that's why feedback is so important. You have to ask people, what what do you see in my life that I need to stop doing? What do you see that I'm doing that I need to do more of? And don't be afraid of the feedback they give you, because you are asking them. Feedback is your friend. Feedback help you improve yourself. So don't get angry when somebody gives you feedback and it's not what you think it should have been. And don't take it personal. Don't take it personally and get angry and dismiss what somebody said. Use that feedback in a positive way and change the things that need to change, and add things that need to be added, or do more of what you're doing. That's the way you should look at feedback. Don't look at it as something negative, because it's not. Because we need outside help that the help move us along. No person can do anything by themselves. And look at your life, and what are the three problems, obstacles, or fears that's holding you back? What are those three things? What are some of those things that making you not want to get up and do something? Sometimes you're afraid of failure. You're afraid people will laugh at you. You're afraid that people will criticize you. And you may be afraid you may lose some of your friends. And sometimes those are good things. Losing some of your friends, because if they're not people that building you up, making you better, then you don't need them. You don't need anybody that's pulling you down, pulling you back, holding you down. You don't need those kind of people. And learn to read books, not just those make believe books or romance books and stuff like that. Read, learn, read self help book, read book that teach you how to do something, and how to maybe you want to learn how to build a shed in your backyard. Read books. I mean, you can read. There's all kind of books, all kind of YouTube um, channels that teach you how to do these things. Maybe you want to learn how to work on a computer, or fix your kitchen sink. Whatever. Read. I always read books like that. Books that's going to teach you things. Uh, Books that's going to give you skills to do things. Self-help book, motivational books. Read something. Just one author that I know, he said every 2 days he started reading a new book. It took him 2 days to go to read a book, and every 2 days he started on a new book. So this person is not wasting time sitting in front of the TV, hanging out, shucking and jiving with the friends, drinking, sitting on the sofa watching football games or basketball games. This person is doing something. This person is doing something to make himself uh, grow. Because now you're watching people on TV. These people are living their lives. A lot of them got money because they living their life. They living their dream. You're watching people running up and down the football field, the basketball court. They living their lives. And you sitting there on the sofa looking at them live their lives. Because there's There's two kind of people in the world. There's the movers and the shakers. They're the ones that go out there and make things happen. And there are the people who sit on the sidelines watching life happen. Which one are you? And if you like most people, you sit on the sideline watching life happen to other people. And you wonder why it don't happen for you. It don't happen for you because you're not getting out there and doing something. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. So if you're not willing to do anything, then you will not get anything. Think about that. And don't be afraid of rejection. Rejection will come. Now, I used to sell prepaid legal back in the day. I've done a lot of things back in the day, but I used to sell prepaid legal back in the day. And one of the things they tell you, go out there and try to get 99 no's. You're like, what? I thought I'm supposed to call in and get 99 yeses. I said, nope. You go get 99 no's. To be happy when somebody give you a no. And eventually you're going to start hearing yeses. So that means expect rejection, accept rejection, and embrace rejection. Instead of sitting back and giving up, let that be your motivator. Let that be your motivator. Say, okay, I got no this time. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to try it a different way. I'm going to try maybe say this or don't say this. But let that rejection be your motivation. Don't let it defeat you. Let it be your motivation. Is that making sense? Is that making sense to anyone? Instead of crawling in the hole and don't do anything, do those things. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Because quitting is not an option. I don't care how bad things look, quitting is not an option. It's just not. You may have to postpone something for a while, and you may have to come at it a different way, but don't quit. Keep going. Keep going. And that's something that I learned from my father-in-law. I know I had married with small children, but I wanted to go to school. And I told him I don't have time to go to school. He said, what? The what? So what you mean you don't have time to go? I said, I don't have time to go to school. I have children and blah, blah, blah. I had all the excuses. He said, who said you had to take a full course? He said, you can only take one course a semester if you had to. Take 1 or 2 classes a semester. He said, because life is going to keep going, and if God bless you and let you live, then you're going to keep going. And if you keep taking a course, 2 courses, however many you can squeeze in there, then eventually you're going to reach the end and you're going to graduate. And I'm like, wow. Why didn't I figure that out? Why didn't I see that? I thought I had to go take a full course, and I thought I had to take care of the home, the children. I didn't think I could do it, but I did it. I took his advice. And I started going to school. Now, when I first started out, I only took 2 courses a semester because that's all I could muster because I had children and I had other things to do and I had to find time to study. And eventually, as I became more confident and I began to add one more course. And finally, I was able to take a full load. Eventually, I was able to take a full load, and I finished. I completed my schooling. I graduated from college only because I did what he told me to do. Start out small and build your way up, and just keep living. Every day, get up, do what you got to do, and keep. He said eventually you'll get to the end, and eventually I did. And I hope that that motivates you. You can do it. You can do it. And these, back when I was going, you had to go to the actual building. Now you can do everything online. You can do everything online. And I know people have to work. I know people have to work, but your real work is finding your purpose that you were put on this earth to do. That's your real work. Your job that you have now is just a salary in order to finance you to do your real work. Let's say you work from 8 to 5, 8 to 4, or whatever you work. When you get off in the afternoon, instead of running home and changing your clothes and going out hanging with the boys or the girls, or shooting the breeze on the phone and gossiping and just laying around and doing nothing, watching TV and movies, use that time to work on your goals. From the time you get off until, who knows, 10, 11 o'clock at night, you are working on your real job. And how do you know what you were put on this earth to do? We were all put on this earth for a purpose and for a reason. We weren't just put here to go to work and eat and sleep and then die. We were given an assignment. We were given an assignment. And what is that assignment? That assignment is sometimes it's a struggle to find because we're so busy running and doing things. We don't take the time to get quiet and think. No, what is it in your life that you love doing, that you just have a passion for, and that you're good at? People always compliment you on how good you can do it. I mean, maybe you're one of those interior design. You can design things. You can make a room look great. You can match colors, and you can make everything just come together. Or maybe you're you're a writer. You like to write books. You like to write things. You like to write poems or songs. Uh, Maybe you like to counsel people. Maybe you enjoy being a teacher. What whatever it is, whatever it is, just whatever it is that you enjoy doing. Uh, those are the things that was what you were put on the earth to do. Maybe you were put on earth to draw. You like to paint. You like to draw. You like to do something like that. Whatever it is that you're good at. I had a sister that, she this girl could draw, and I was always so envious of her because she could draw, and all I could draw was stick figures. I'm like, what? But we all have different styles. Maybe you can sing, or maybe you are a motivational speaker. Maybe you have the gift of gab. You like to talk. Whatever it is, and you're good at it, then that's your assignment. And those are the things you need to be cultivating. Those are the things you need to start building on. Those are the things that you should focus on doing. I mean, don't let other people tell you. You know, sometimes other people see our gifts in us before we see our gifts. Now, maybe you're good at organizing things, and you know, we all have different things, and that's what you put on this earth for. Those things that you just love doing. Those are the things. Maybe you like working with children. You love teaching children things. You know, this is what you were made for. So live those things, dream those things, do those things, and always give 100%. No matter what it is that you're doing, always give 100%. 99 and a half won't do. Always give 100%. And don't make promises that you can't keep. A lot of people have trouble saying no. They keep saying yes, okay, okay. So people ask you to do this, do that, do that, and you know you can, but you keep saying yes. Don't make promises you can't keep, because if you do, you start losing. People start losing trust in you. Maybe your name would come up for an assignment. Somebody, no, don't even think about them, because they never do what they said they're gonna do, and you get passed over for something. So don't don't take on more. I always learn how to say no. I mean, say no with an explanation. Don't just say no. That look, I would like to help you. I would love to help you, but I have so many things going on right now that I will not be able to give it all of my attention. I just can't do it right now. Maybe when I complete some of the other assignments that I have, then I'll be able to help you. Now, people appreciate that a lot more than when you tell them yes, you will do something and you don't follow through. People just lose faith in you, they lose trust in you, and they don't want anything to do with you. And that's not what we want. That's not what we want. We don't want to be looked over when a real opportunity come by, because we have shown ourselves to be not to be trustworthy. So, like I said, going over it again, only spend time around positive people. If you have friends that every time you're around them you get in trouble, every time you're around them bad things happen and you caught in the middle, those are not your friends. Those are not, because you only want the best for your friends. And like I said, you have to change. NA, AA, Alcohol Anonymous, Narcotic Anonymous tell you sometimes you have to change people, places, and things. You have to be able to walk away from people, places, and things, especially when they bring you more harm. Excuse me. Especially when they bring you more harm than good. Be able to say no. Well, that's all I have for you today. I promised you part two, and this is part two. And I hope I said something to spark something within you. These are not all things you will have to just take on all at once and be all overwhelmed. These are these are starting points. These are giving you ideas. These are giving you something to build on and to think about. So, if you like my content, subscribe to it, share it with other people. Maybe you know somebody else that need to hear that. Share it with somebody else and like it and leave a comment. Please leave me a comment. I would like to hear from you. I would like to know if what I'm doing is worthwhile or if this is something I should keep doing. And also, I have another channel. It's called Rise Up. And on that channel, we it's Rise Up 2720. And on that channel, we go at things a different way. We kind of look at what's going on around us and we comment on it, and I have a co-host on that channel. So we do things a little, maybe sometimes a little lighthearted. We poke fun at things. So if this is helping you, then go ahead and like and subscribe, okay? And until next time, I'll talk with you. You be blessed, okay? See you. Bye.